All right, here we go, Tough Enough fans. History is happening now. We are introducing you to the first Tough Enough Strawweight Championship. It's going down between Extreme Couture and Cobra Kai. Let's bring him out, making his way to the blue corner, Bryce Harley.
Hey, we welcome you back after intermission. We are hanging out here at the Orleans tonight. It is a sold-out crowd. Great time. We have seen some, what I think, Mahoney, are truly future stars of MMA. What do you think?
Been some amazing fights this evening. We've seen, you know, just some amazing finishes so far here tonight. Just guys who are young, talented, eager to fight. And that's what I love about amateur MMA, man. You don't know what you're going to get, but you know what? Everything we're seeing tonight, entertaining.
Extreme Couture being represented once again in this fight. Just had a chance to chat with Randy the Natural Couture cage side here in Las Vegas. What a great guy, man. What a fantastic ambassador for the sport. I mean, obviously, he has become a full-blown movie star at this point. I asked him for some money. He said no, but still, I mean, just a really good guy that always looks out for young fighters as they're coming up in their career and trying to develop themselves. The precedent that he set when it comes to coaching and being a good example and role model is just unparalleled in the sport. So.
One of the guys from the golden era of MMA, and he's passed that knowledge down to his team. He recently brought in, well, not recently, about a year or so ago, brought in Robert Follis, guy who used to coach up at Team Quest, who has revolutionized and brought Extreme Couture back to the pinnacle of mixed martial arts gyms.
And you see that huge ginger right there in the background, old Eric Nixick?
Oh, yeah.
He is an integral part of everything that Extreme Couture does. He is a fantastic guy and a fantastic fighter as well, and he works, it seems like 24 hours a day to make sure that his stable of fighters are always ready to go. There's very few guys that are more supportive of the fight team at Extreme Couture than Eric himself. So you know that they are breeding some quality fighters at Extreme Couture.
A fight family.
Absolutely. Bryce Harley, 5'5", 115 pounds, 26 years old, in the cage right now, set to fight for a title tonight here at Tough Enough.
And now, making his way to the red corner, JoJo Guillaume.
Did someone bring a Vuvuzela?
I think that's a Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela, is that what it was?
Or is that what he's just coming out to?
I don't know, I can't tell.
I mean, like, Vuvuzelas were kind of over at the, what was it, the 2008 World Cup?
Yeah, I haven't heard one since. I was kind of hoping to never hear one again, but
yeah.
I don't think that's actually like part of his entrance. I think that's just someone in the crowd. Whatever it is. He stands 5 foot tall, 115 pounds as well. He is 23 years old, fighting out of Hawaii. Got a tremendous record of 5-1. Been training since he was 14 years old, so he's been doing everything he says to get ready for this fight. He doesn't know where he's going to be in 5 years from now, but he works as a security guard currently, and he said that he's been doing everything to prepare for this moment right here. Mahoney, if you would, just talk a little bit about what it means to win a title in Tough Enough.
Well, we've seen quite a few Tough Enough champions go on to bigger and better organizations. Bellator, UFC, WEC, back in the day, Strikeforce, they have just made their way into all the realms of professional fighting. And this is an interesting situation that these two gentlemen find themselves in tonight. This is the inaugural 115-pound division. There's been talk about adding a 115-pound men's division to Bellator, to UFC. I mean, and there's not a lot of fighters who are filling out that stable. So here in Las Vegas, this fight, very important. A lot of eyes on it tonight.
Here we go, our first title fight of the night. It's Tough Enough.
History is made now. Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds. All for the first ever Tough Enough Strawweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, with an MMA record of 4 wins and 2 losses, fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, Bryce Harley. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with 5 wins and 1 loss, fighting out of Cobra Kai, Las Vegas, Nevada, JoJo Guillaume. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Chris Tyone.
Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Fight with honor, fight with respect, fight hard, leave it all in the cage, give the crowd what they came to see. Good luck.
So our format has changed. It is now 3 3-minute rounds. We have seen Bryce Harley inside of the Tough Enough cage a number of times. He is a tough, gritty fighter. JoJo Guillaume also set to go tonight with a tremendous record of 5-1. Here we go. Round number 1 is underway. Bryce Harley is wearing the black trunks. JoJo Guillaume is wearing the red and the black. Bryce Harley looked for a takedown. Was looking for a takedown. Decided to abandon it. Now he's going for another one.
Guillaume looking for that neck, but Harley doing a good job with that single right there, trying to get him to the ground.
He's trying to elevate right now. Picks him up, slams him down, and Harley is in top position.
These guys are fast.
Bryce Harley again is representing Extreme Couture tonight, whereas JoJo Guillaume is representing Cobra Kai. Again, 2 great camps out of Las Vegas that have bred some tremendous fighters.
Got Harley kind of picking Guillaume up a little bit, had a little bit of a crossface, a little slam down right there.
And this presents an interesting opportunity for these fighters because we're at 3 3-minute rounds now, so that's a much different situation than when you're in 3 2-minute rounds, because you have an extra minute to work on the ground, so it really opens up the possibilities if you are a ground fighter, a grappler, a jiu-jitsu fighter of sorts.
You're able to take your time a little bit more. That extra minute really does add a lot of time to each round.
We're about halfway through round number 1 right now, and you can tell it is a chess match on the ground between these two. Chris Tyone is saying, neither of you are advancing enough. Let's stand it up, and here we go. We have been reset. JoJo Guillaume in the red and the black trunks with an outside leg kick.
Guillaume got the reach advantage with the arms and the legs, but Harley doing a good job of closing that distance and getting Guillaume right up against the cage again. We'd like to see some knees with the height advantage of Guillaume right there, and we're seeing him.
It's like you called for it.
I think he heard me.
Bryce Harley looking for that takedown again, gets that leg. It's a single leg.
Got to be careful.
Was looking for that trip, but he was tripping the wrong leg. He was tripping the leg that he already had elevated in the single leg. Was trying to get to the other one, but that height advantage of JoJo Guillaume is creating some problems right now for Bryce Harley.
Looking for a standing guillotine. You can see him kind of arching his back right now as Harley's trying to.
He's got it. If he's able to drop to the ground here, this could be really bad news for Bryce Harley. JoJo Guillaume has got him pressed up against the cage, but the problem here is that he doesn't have his legs wrapped around him. He's trying to crank that neck, but it's all about leverage at this point, and Bryce Harley pops his head out. Nicely done surviving that really bad position, but here you go. JoJo Guillaume, final 10 seconds of round number 1, has ended up in a half mount position, almost a full mount.
Oh, he's in full mount now.
Yeah, if he just pops that foot out, but that's the final seconds of the fight, and that is going to bring us into round number 2. Very, very close round number 1. How do you score that?
Oh, it's tough. I would, just initial instinct, I give it to Guillaume. Very close fight right there. Just very impressed. The height difference between these two guys is actually pretty significant, and Guillaume's created some interesting angles there. And unfortunately for him, he had that choke locked in. He just had nowhere to go up against the cage. And Harley did a good job of keeping his composure right there and getting his head out, getting himself out of danger. Had Guillaume been a little bit further off from the cage and been able to get a little bit more torque on that, I think this fight would have been over already.
So here's how I see this. I thought that Bryce Harley did a better job of controlling overall in round number 1, but Bryce has got to figure out how to mount some meaningful offense. He did a good job with being aggressive early on in round number 1. He's got to turn that up from about 6 to 9 right now, so that way he's able to get inside of that long reach of JoJo Guillaume and lay some hands on him. Because when it goes to the ground, obviously JoJo Guillaume knows what he's doing, and I wouldn't say that Bryce Harley has a distinct advantage here. Keep it standing. His striking, Bryce Harley's striking, is solid. He's closing the distance. He's doing this too much, whereas opposed to engaging in the striking, you hear the referee. JoJo is complaining to the referee right now loudly. He actually stopped the fight on his own, which is pretty unheard of. And he was complaining to the ref. Was it an eye poke? What was it?
I don't know. I don't think it was an eye poke. I think he's complaining about a shot to the nether regions right there. You know, I mean, his eyes aren't blinking. That's why I want to say it was an eye poke. It was hard to tell what happened there. It was an odd stoppage, but Harley did showed sportsmanship. You know, obviously he was complaining.
Disengaged, said I'm sorry, whatever it was. But
some people may say that's a mistake to do that. And
there it is.
You know, he got his head.
Oh, he's saying an elbow. That's what he's saying. Elbows are not allowed in amateur mixed martial arts. So here we are live again. Oh, big front kick from JoJo Guillaume. Again, Guillaume is wearing the red and the black trunks. Harley is wearing the black trunks with the white lettering. Oh, big straight punch.
Jumping
knee, which is also illegal. Tione is going to call a stop to the fight here.
You can't
complain about an elbow and then throw a flying knee 8 seconds later.
And to give Harley some credit, his elbow was an accidental elbow. He missed a cross, or excuse me, he was coming across with a left hook that he missed, and that was a deliberate jumping knee.
Absolutely it was.
You can't do that, man.
Here we go. Let's watch it again. Here's the replay. So jab. Okay, it didn't land as cleanly as I thought, but here, like, that's a clear knee to the face. You can't throw knees to the head in amateur mixed martial arts. JoJo Guillaume right now, he's about to go on my naughty list, man. I don't know. You can't complain about a knee like that or an elbow like that and then throw a knee to the head.
Well, good.
And I thought that he overreacted with the elbow anyhow.
That was a good stoppage there by Chris Tione. Good refereeing there.
What Harley needs to do is he needs to negate that reach advantage, get inside, and throw some strikes. He needs to throw some punches. He's got heavy hands for a 115-pounder. He needs to put that to use. He landed one there. Looked like it rocked Guillaume a little bit, but Guillaume doing a nice job recovering.
And actually, Harley's actually bleeding under his left eye right now.
Yep.
I don't know if that was from a punch or if that was from just a scrape from the glove. Didn't see really anything land right there, so that... You know, but he is bleeding. Chris Tione taking a close look at that right now. It's under the eye, so it shouldn't affect him too much. Good shoot right there, but is he going to be able to follow through with it? He's got him up against the cage.
Yeah, there's about 90 seconds left here in this second round, and Bryce Harley is learning something, that JoJo Guillaume is very difficult to take down. He's hard to trip up and put on his back, and even if you do put him on his back, it's no easy battle from there.
Doing a good job of controlling him up against the cage right now, but Guillaume breaks loose.
He's a really tricky fighter to figure out if you're Bryce Harley, because he's got such a huge reach advantage on the feet, but when you try to take him down, it's almost impossible. And then when you do get him to the ground, he's very tricky there. JoJo Guillaume is a solid fighter at 115. He looks great.
We're seeing a lot of movement by both of these guys. Both these fighters very dangerous. I think that's why we're still kind of seeing them hang out at a distance. Nice cross there. Excuse me, nice hook there by Guillaume.
Guillaume now looking for a takedown of his own. He's got the one leg elevated, drags him to the ground, drags Harley into full mount. 33 seconds remaining, and he is starting to unload a little bit. Guillaume, oh man, he took a solid shot right there.
I hope his hand's okay on that one. He hit him square on the forehead with that punch. Oh, another one to the midsection. Oh, that's...
Final 10 seconds here of round number 2.
Some more complaining there by Guillaume, claiming that Harley hit him in the nether regions again.
That's the end of round number 2. And Guillaume waves off the helping hand of Bryce Harley. Here's my stance when it comes to complaining as a fighter. Let the referee do his job. Don't complain to the ref unless there's something that the ref isn't seeing or can't see. in that situation, if Bryce Harley is throwing hands to the midsection, if one's going to catch you in the nuts, the referee is going to see it because that's the only thing he's looking at.
Chris Tione standing directly over them. I have said this 1,000 times, and I will say it again here tonight at the Tough Enough Fighting Championships. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Bryce Harley, I thought won round number 2, but very, very close. This is a title fight at 115 pounds. It is an important fight for both fighters to win.
The mount and the strikes at the end won that clearly for me, for Harley. I don't think there should be any questions about who won round number 2. I think both these corners should tell their guys that you need to win this round to win this fight.
According to our unofficial scorecards, which I think we can make an argument they should be official.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
They should totally just defer to us on everything.
Or perhaps not. Our unofficial scorecards both say 1-1. Here we go. Third and final round for the inaugural 115-pound championship at Tough Enough. Bryce Harley with a nice body lock. Pushes JoJo Guillaume up against the cage. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it here. He has found this position to be rather challenging. He controls Guillaume in this position, but he's got to mount offense if he wants to win this fight.
Working on the lower body of Guillaume, throwing knee on knee right there. That hurts both guys. That just does not feel good when those land.
Nice jab there from Harley. Guillaume kind of lazily threw one out there, but Harley beat him to the punch, literally.
Guillaume's, his production slowed down a little bit in this third round. Not using his range as well as he was in the first.
Harley shooting in, looking for the takedown. He's got it.
Big takedown right there.
2 minutes remain. Let's see if Guillaume can get something going from his back. This could be the position that actually wins the fight for Harley if he's able to maintain.
And the reason that happened, Guillaume threw out a slow punch. He threw out a lazy punch. Harley capitalized on it. Got a great double.
Look at this. Does he have his arm? He's looking for that arm bar, and oh man, Harley is stacking him up and slamming him down like he means business. He still has that arm though. He's trying to extend it, looking for that arm bar finish. Will he get it? Chris Tione keeping a very close watch. That is a nasty extension of the arm, but he doesn't have it fully rotated over.
He doesn't got it. And he's in side control now, looking to try to pass. Guillaume's got his knee up. It's like jackhammering, doing some city work right there.
That's right. Tearing up the streets. Knee on the belly. That's a painful position, and he turns it into a full mount. Beautifully done by Bryce Harley. Just over 60 seconds remaining here in this third and final round.
I think Harley's broke Guillaume's spirit.
It appears to be the case. Can he turn this up? And did Harley win round number 2 on the judges' scorecards, or does he need to finish? He is fighting with a sense of urgency, which is exactly what he needs to do in this spot.
A lot of grimacing going on the face of Guillaume right now. I don't know if he has the energy to buck him off. We haven't really seen him try to get Harley off him right now. Harley's just taking
some shots.
Just carte blanche, just throwing punches. Tione watching very closely.
And Guillaume is now turning over. He's given up his back. Could he be submitting before the actual submission? Oh, he is eating some big punches there from Harley. Nice camera work.
He's breathing
that angle, but yeah, he just looks like he is done at this point. Harley lighting him up. Chris Tione about to stop this fight. Only 10 seconds left in the fight, but Harley trying to get the referee stoppage. He's telling him he better Chris Tione about to step in. Guillaume throws his legs up, pauses the action just enough where it is going to go to the judges' scorecards. Man, Guillaume just barely saved by the bell.
Great third round right there by Bryce Harley. Show that he is truly a warrior. Hardly even breathing either. 9 minutes of fighting. The inaugural Tough Enough Strawweight Championship on the line here. A lot of eyes on this fight.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Bryce Harley right now, and you know, he's talking to his corner. Again, very calm, very cool, very collected, considering what he just went through. But, man, he looked great. I mean, it's one of those fights where you're up against a very tricky opponent in JoJo Guillaume. We talked about that a moment ago. You know, he's very tall. He's very lanky. He's got great reach. He's fantastic on the ground. In order to win that fight, you almost have to break his spirit and show that you're the dominant fighter. And right now, JoJo Guillaume is collapsed in his corner. He's sitting there completely exhausted. They're pulling the gloves off of him, and it just looks like JoJo Guillaume has been defeated in spirit.
His, you know, the guy's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of natural ability at 115 pounds. I think his head wasn't here in this fight. And the reason I say that is because all the breaking out of the focus that is Bryce Harley and looking at Chris Downey to complain.
Here we go, official announcement in the Strawweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round war, we have your winner by split decision and first ever Tough Enough Strawweight Champion, JoJo Guillaume.
Long time. The crowd, very vocal. The sold-out crowd here at the Orleans Hotel and Casino.
That's because it's an educated crowd. They saw what we saw. How on earth do you call round number 2 for JoJo Guillaume?
They're not stopping. I haven't heard a boo this long in a long time.
Strawweight.
They're not letting it go.
Justin's trying to interview him. Good luck.
I don't think.
All right. Let's get a little minute.
Love me or hate me, I'm in here and you're not.
There's your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Tough Enough first ever Strawweight Champion, JoJo Guillaume.
I've just got a litany of texts coming to my phone from all my friends here in the audience. Bad call.
Oh, it's horrible. And I apologize if some of that language snuck through. That was the corner of Bryce Harley that was talking to some of the judges, asking if they were out of their effing mind. And even though it was some coarse language, it's a legitimate question. What on earth were they watching? And JoJo Guillaume had an opportunity to make it right. And were you able to hear what he said on the microphone there?
I could not, because
he said, y'all are mad because I'm good and you're not, is what I heard. Well, after all of that complaining and the fighting, and then to say that on the microphone afterwards.
Well, if you're trying to cultivate your role as a heel, congratulations, you've done that job.
Oh, man.
There's still an energy, there's still a buzz, there's still a lot of stuff happening here in the ballroom tonight. The crowd upset.
And rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Bad call by the judges. We'll be back.
The only name you need to know is Bonnie's Spellbonds. Hi, I'm Amanda Doyle, owner of Bonnie's Spellbonds. If a family member or friend goes to jail, call us immediately. Let our caring and compassionate staff help you through this process. Bonnie's Spellbonds is available